Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Right now on the weight control, chapter 7. Weight control. Weight is a big issue for both men and women, but is of greater concern to women. Not only do women worry more about it, both from the point of view of health and looks, but often they take on the worry of the whole family's weight. Whether it's a partner punch, a child getting insufficient exercise, an inappropriate food at school, or an elderly parent's growing rotundity. Rotundity. Elderly parents growing rotundity. The rotundity of a person is how round they are in the belly. Any 3D object that has a roundness to it can be described in terms of its rotundity. The word rotundity comes from the Latin rotundus, meaning round, circular, wheel like. A rotunda is a circular building with a dome. 20 years ago, I would have said that there was too much concern about weight and that there was an unhealthy obsession with trying to look like a stick thin supermodel, but mostly as a result of unhealthy eating and increasingly sedentary lifestyles. Obesity truly is a problem and one that is reaching epidemic proportions. Health and happiness. Most of us want to lose weight to improve the way we look, but of bigger concern are the health problems that exist with weight brings. The best way of not having to lose weight, of course, is to avoid the problem in the first place. Following the lifestyle program is an excellent guard against eating too much or eating the wrong things. The relaxation element will help you to avoid turning to food for comfort, and the exercise will ensure you don't lay up unnecessary stores of fat. Reaching and maintaining a sensible weight is a vital part of optimum health, but something that many women have trouble with. With so many diet guides and so much advice around, this may seem surprising, but time and again I hear, however little I eat, never makes any difference. I lost weight and then as soon as I stopped dieting, I put it all back on again. My sister's fat, my mother's fat, what change have I got? In this cries of who lied 2K points. Not everyone is fat for the same reasons. The way to a healthy weight is a sensible eating plan for life, not switching from one regime to another in the hope of finding a magical quick fix. The problem too much weight can bring. Being overweight affects much more than just your waistline and your ability to exert yourself without feeling sticky and exhausted. Repercussions for your health include increased chances of a heart attack, especially once you reach the menopause, strain on the joints, high blood pressure in clogged arteries, breathing problems if you are very overweight, fertility problems, increased risk of gallstones, increased risk of osteoarthritis, associated psychological problems if you feel unhappy with your size. Excess weight has also been associated with certain types of cancer, including breast, colon, and endometrial cancers. Case study: overweight and infertile and very unhappy. Geta was 35, obese, and had no periods for 2 years. Her doctor told her she could never have a child because she was obese and prematurely menopausal. The same opinion from several specialists have made her extremely depressed. She came to me initially for advice on preventing osteoporosis. However, on going through her medical history, I learned that she had had several accidents, including whiplash injuries and a broken tooth. She also suffered from headaches, food cravings, low thyroid function, dizziness, sleep disturbances, and memory loss, all symptoms of poor blood supply to the subconscious brain. I asked her to follow the lifestyle program and the ultra low fat diet for hormonal weight gain. She ate no fats, fasted once a week, took hormone support and Mexican yam capsules, and had NIC therapy under one of my assistants at the clinic. She also began walking regularly and going to the gym twice a week. After 4 months, she had her first period. I remember her excitement when she called up to share the news. She had lost nearly 13 kilograms and felt great. Her periods became regular, and a year later, she conceived and had a healthy baby. Her worry intentions in the family were over. The neck treatments helped the pituitary and so the thyroid and ovaries to function better. Diet and exercise help her lose weight and build self confidence. In all, her body began to work as it should. Mm. So, weight gain, the reason. Exists weight can have just one cause, but quite often there are a number, working together to exacerbate and complicate things. Overeating or eating the wrong things. This, as you might expect, is the most common reason for weight gain. Sometimes it is sheer greed, but often it involves eating more than you need because you always have, and don't recognize you are overeating or eating foods that you don't realize are contributing to your problem, or using food as psychological prop rather than a fuel. Eating too much often goes hand in hand with too little exercise. What you eat is converted into energy, either for your body to use straight away or to store for later use. Even basic functions such as thinking or your heart pumping call on energy reserves, but as I shall explain in a little more detail later, if we expend less energy than we consume, our body stored it in the form of fat. Hormones. Although men can be beset by hormonal problems that cause weight increase, this is far more common problem for women. A hormonal imbalance can result in a variety of weight-related problems, including fluid retention, an unregulated appetite syndrome, and an often misunderstood symptom, the accumulation of cellulite of white fat. Genes. A protein called leptin influences appetite, satiety, energy output, and fertility, mainly via the hypothalamus, and it is now understood that leptin is influenced by a specific gene. The discovery of this obesity gene led to great excitement as it seemed to be a lit out class for fat people. I can't help it. It's in my genes. However, it simply means that some people have a natural leaning towards fatness, or to put it another way, they just have to work harder at maintaining a healthy weight. Comfort eating. There must be very few people who have never sought solace in a glass of alcohol or a bar of chocolate. But when this become a regular habit, even an obsession, it becomes problematic. Vegging and compulsive eating inevitably lead to weight gain, and obesity itself can become just another part of the problem that fuels the unhappiness. Quitting smoking. The last thing that should put you off giving up smoking is the worry about putting on weight. Yet weight gain is a common side effect. Why? Nicotine dilates the blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow through, which includes the blood flow to the appetite centre in the hypothalamus. This keeps the appetite centre well supplied with glucose, suppressing the appetite. Cut off the effect of the nicotine, and the appetite centre cries out for glucose, which is why so many people find they develop a craving for sugar. Smoking can also affect your metabolism. If your body metabolizes or burns up food efficiently after you have given up smoking, it will be more inclined to store the excess as fat. Chronic fatigue syndrome. Two common symptoms of CFS are sugar cravings and very low energy levels, which both led to weight problems. For more on CFS and its severe form, myalgic encephalomyelitis. Age. So often it comes So often it comes as a nasty shock to find that, even though you eat no differently and are just as active, keeping to your ideal weight becomes more difficult as you get older. What you could get away with at 20 is no longer passable at 40 or 50. Many women also find they put on weight as they go through the menopause, and it's quite usual as you reach old age to gravitate either towards plumpness or skinniness. Alcohol. Many people still overlook alcohol as a source of excess weight, perhaps because it doesn't make us feel full and doesn't appear laden with the fats and sugar that we classically associated with fattening foods. But alcohol is not only high in energy, example calories, it is easily absorbed so that it quickly satisfies our body's energy requirements. This means that food we eat with it or later is largely seen as surplus to requirements in energy terms and is stored away as fat. Prescription drugs. Certain drugs, such as steroids and some form of HRT, are well known for causing weight gain, and even antidepressant and antibiotics taken over a long period can result in weight increase. Smoke and lose weight. There is common but mistaken belief, especially among teenage girls, that smoking keeps you thin. It arises from the bizarre logic that if you put on weight when you stop smoking, you must lose weight when you smoke. All it does is, as explained above, is pave the way for hard to handle cravings when you later try to give up, as well as endanger your health. So that's why I really don't like smoking. Smoking is, wala namang napupuntahan yung ano. Parang sinusunog mo yung sarili mo. Dahan-dahan sinusunog. Kaya, hindi ako pabor talaga sa smoking. So, better quit smoking para mas sexy. That's all for tonight. Matutulog na ulit. Good night, sweet dreams everyone. Salamat sa panonood. Hope you like, share, and subscribe.